so we were just applying our sunscreen. I was looking at the sunscreens you purchased. We were checking for the SPF 30 and above and the UVA and UVB. Those are the recommendations we want you to strive for when you're buying your sunscreen so that you can be the safest in the sun. So I have another question for you. Can anybody tell me how often you should reapply your sunscreen? Yes, so you want to reapply it about every 2 hours, even if it's cloudy, and all year long. If you're going outside in the sun, you want to have sunscreen on, okay? So don't let it fool you if it's, if it's winter, if the sun's out, you need that sunscreen. If you're going snowboarding, skiing, whatever. If it's middle of summer, but there's clouds, it doesn't matter. Trust me, the UV rays still get through. So if you forget the magic 2 hours number, you can look at the label, and it usually has a good recommendation on there as well, and it's often about 2 hours, sometimes a little bit more frequently. And if you're in the water a lot, you might want to put it on more frequently too, even if it says water resistant, because it can still eventually kind of wash off. Another option, if you either don't have sunscreen or you just have really, really sensitive skin and you just want to make sure your skin's protected, or maybe it's too hard for you to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours because you're working or something, you can just put on protective clothing. So you'll see people when they work outside often wear long sleeves, a hat, right? It might seem weird to wear long sleeves in the summer, but they're trying to protect their skin. And then if you didn't know, even for the pool, they make like rash guards that are shirts that you're able to swim in. It's safe for you to swim in these types of shirts rather than just like a cotton t-shirt. So those are good options as well, especially if you have fair skin, you're worried about getting sunburn. And also the hat and sunglasses, those protect your eyes, because don't forget, eye damage and cataracts, those are a major thing that you can suffer from having too much sun exposure. So does anyone know what time of day the sun is the strongest? So it's basically all day. I mean, it's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., which for me is kind of all day. Once I'm like out going during the day, those are the hours. I try to think of it as like after breakfast and before dinner, like that whole place between that, that's your strong sun time. So you want to be aware of that. And before you go out into the sun, you can check the UV index. If you don't know what the UV index is, it's a forecast of like risk exposures, and it's on a scale from 1 to 11 plus. 1 being low risk of overexposure to the sun, and 11 meaning the sun's really intense right now. So you're going to want to be really careful. Especially if you're out on a high intensity day, or if you're out for prolonged periods of time, shade is another really valuable resource. You want to try to take some breaks and go and rest in the shade every once in a while. And really, shade's great because not only does it keep your skin healthy, but shade and water are a good way to keep your body cool, so you can prevent from having a heat stroke or a heat exhaustion. So extra little fun tips for you there. Yeah, that's basically it. Are there any other questions about sunscreen or other ways to protect your skin? No questions. Okay, great. So the last thing I want you to do before you leave, or at least write this down, is the American Red Cross Swim mobile app. So you're just going to type in American Red Cross Swim, because I looked it up and I actually have it on my phone. There's a lot of different apps from the American Red Cross. The Swim one has all sorts of resources for you if you're looking for more safety information around water. It also has like a section for kids to do our swim, like learn to swim safety courses that we do, and little like quizzes to go with it and stuff. So check it out, download it, and yeah, if you have any other questions, you can contact me or meet with me after class. Thanks.